Hi guys, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? So I am filming you guys with no special lighting and things of that nature, and I know that is a deficit to my channel. However, I just wanted to come up on here and talk to you about well, kind of brief you on the status of things. I'm still being abused. I'm still being stalked. I'm still being harassed, and I'm still being um, pardon me, medically gaslit, poisoned, and nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. So wanted to just kind of update you on that. This video is public, so it's gonna go straight, straight accessible to it's gonna be like immediately accessible to the audience, out there. Typically I would have it either private or unlisted for certain special people, but today is a special day. I feel like I mean, I've always been feeling like, enough is enough. This abuse has been so hard on me. And to this day, there are people who are black and non-black victim blaming me in the midst of also trying to silence my pain or speak on my behalf. There's also the parts that are trying to focus now. It's just like for a very long time, people were acting like, they were very fatigued of other, um, I guess, like world problems going on right now, or just any kind of problems going on. But now that I've been more louder and I've been more decisive as to how I want to speak out more, I guess, loudly, even though I went different avenues in order to try to attain justice. And I think that this route is more impactful, obviously, by the way how people have responded to it. Um, People are trying to minimize my situation by being like, well, let's look at this situation, this other situation, because there's going to be more people of various ages. This is more serious, you know? And people already know that the battles between two conflicting places and two conflicting people and things of that nature are bad. A lot of you people are pretending when it comes to my abuses. A lot of these people are pretending that they're still good and are pretending like this has been a total misunderstanding. The crimes that they've committed, even when they try to victim blame me or just flat out lie, is a crime in itself because that is slander, that is defamation of character. All these things that you guys are trying to say about me in order to save face is, preposterous and so entirely offensive. You do nothing but further incriminate yourselves. You do nothing but further show exactly like how weak and how incapable you are at being accountable. Yet you will go ahead and point the finger at some other person in regards to a situation or event, a matter that has nothing to do with you. You don't address the problems that are at home. You'd rather stick your head outside and insert yourselves and try to control others. And, it's really off putting. So, in this conversation about, also, I wanted to show you guys it is 11:16 right now. Hold on. Okay, it is July. Goodness gracious. Okay, it is July 29th, 11:17, and I am about to, yeah, July. 29th, 2025. And I'm about to do a video for on my Facebook. Now this one is like much more brighter, much nicer. I don't have my holder thingy up here, but it's gonna have to do. Oh god. Can you guys see me better? Hopefully you can see me a lot better here. I know if you go onto my Facebook, you can definitely see me, but unfortunately, Zuckerberg has it where like the live videos delete within 30 days. So hopefully what I'm planning to do is like eventually upload this video. All right. Let's do this. Anytime now. Anytime now. And see how it's still loading? It's taking forever. All right, hold on. Let me just exit out of this. Hi, everybody. So I started filming this on my YouTube channel, and I was explaining to them that Facebook has a policy where the videos are automatically deleted after 30 days. So, but regardless, I wanted to have a video on Facebook because I like the quality of it. It's brighter. It's nicer. It's more cleaner looking. I'm about to get. Speaking of which, I'm about to get my hair done. But not get it done. But like I'm going to update it. So give me like a couple days and you'll see. The point of this video is to talk about lemons and taste. Do you know how when you go to a restaurant and you really, really, really love a dish, and so you become a regular, and then all of a sudden that same food is not as seasoned, is not as delicious as as it used to be? No, that could possibly have something to do with your taste buds, but more often it's because the kitchen has been instructed to make it less spicy. And less spicy just means less seasoned. It's not even a term of like, um, it's not even like a term of like, actual spice. Excuse me, of actual like heat. It's more so where elderly or people with sensitive taste buds happen to insert their opinions so much that they're just like, oh my goodness, this is like so spicy. Do you have anything like, can you make this like less than? I was gonna say bland, but less than. Um, so that kind of just fucks it up for everybody. Once you have a lot of people kind of say the same things, you kind of look at the billables and you just want to try a I guess a healthier version. But it was already healthy enough. It was just that it just had a lot of seasoning. How they had enough garlic, enough onion. Again, no heat. And the video that hey baby, oh, my little muffle. I'm over here petting the little fat one. Pardon me. It's 11:22, so I am kind of, sleepy. Hey, baby. Ooh, muffin. Okay. Pardon me. This is literally my meal. And I have to tell you something. This is not worth $3. And the quantity that you get is not worth three or approximately $3. I would pay 180, and that includes the taxes. I mean tax. I literally want to buy my cat and just like lay on his little tummy. Here's a cutie pie. Mm. I mean, this bra is so unique. Hold on for one. I'm so sorry. Okay, much better. So let's see if I can just go ahead and try to roughly discuss this. 'Cause I thought this was a really nice analogy or just a really nice story to tell. And I was thinking of this as I was transporting things from my car inside the house. Okay, so this for me. I'm going to try to hurry up so I can do some dry brushing. Mm. I highly recommend guys doing dry brushing. It feels so good on my skin. If you guys have like edema or anything of that nature, it's just so good on your skin. Your pets will love it too. So dry brush and let's do this one. Hurry. Okay, guys. Just go to sleep. Sleep. Okay. So here I am. Looking like a hurricane. I am again. I'm a little tired. A lot tired. This whole ordeal, this abuse and stuff like that, it definitely leaves the body tired. Plus, the edema and things of that nature, people only want to localize one part of the issue and ignore the rest, especially ignore the underlying cause of the reason why I have like, swelling in my, my body. So why I'm like, several pounds overweight with with water. So please brace yourself. I need to actually ask you guys for a moment for like, let's see, it is 11:26 p.m. 14:35. Basically, all right. To put it into like a shorter message, it was just like the reason why I was talking about the taste buds with the elderly or people with just sensitive taste buds is because like not everybody's going to like the same thing. And There are people who have such egos that will hound and berate someone in order to try to change the menu of an item just because it doesn't fit their taste and their standards. Now, this is how I feel about society when it comes to the injustice that I've, undergone unprovoked. And they somehow are trying to believe that they are powerful enough, even when in numbers, to, I guess, like still subdue or subject me to such cruelty, illegal crimes that are horrendous and have been since the very beginning. Just because these people are berating or hounding me or whomever in order to change a menu, it's still going to be I'm unmovable with that one. It's still going to be the same exact meal. Like yo, it's loyalty will definitely go to those who have been with me from the very beginning and have stayed with me. It would like, hey, look, it would be nice to have you on my team. Be nice to have you as a customer, considering like I'm speaking in terms of like, the whole back to the whole restaurant meal situation. If like, you enjoying a meal and it's just an older person ruins it by, or somebody with a sensitive tongue because, you don't even have to be elderly to, but that's typically something that you'd find, but it doesn't always have to be an elderly person that's dissatisfied with food because it's quote unquote too spicy when it's actually not too spicy. It's just that the flavor, the intensity of the flavor is too overwhelming and too overpowering for you that that your own taste buds are overwhelmed. You are not used to this, and therefore you want to be comforted, even if you have to make that other person feel small, or you have to threaten their reputation and things of that nature in order for you to be appeased as a customer to something that you have every free will to go to and to not go to, but because you have a certain kind of ego, you want to try to impose yourself onto other people with a self-entitlement that is definitely crossing boundaries. So I mean, not exactly you, but I'm speaking specifically on the abusers. So when I talk about this sort of scenario-ish kind of type, I liken it. I find a parallel to this in regards to me speaking out in regards to the injustice that I've been going through, or someone speaking out on my behalf in regards to the injustice that I've been going through, and they speak it just a little bit more concise. They're not just speaking it passive aggressively or passively in any form or state when it comes to being accountable and or holding somebody accountable reference to the horrible experience that me and my pets um have undergone. Again, rest in peace to Leela. And it's just and people have really tried to have been trying to do me in while pretending that they have my best interests at hand. And it's sickening. It's really, really sickening. Okay. So in this still keeping in still keeping in line with the whole restaurant taste buds thing, with my situation, people are calling me bitter, which is why I brought it up. People are calling me passively, people behind my back are calling me bitter in regards to the abuse and why I'm speaking up, even though they spent well over a decade abusing me with the abuse, manipulation, and weaponization of the church, the government resources, police, things of that nature, in order to harm me. So, and organizations too. So, organizations and businesses also. So, my thing here is you guys are calling me bitter when in actuality I am not bitter. I am very much self-aware of what's going on, and I've been observing you guys for a while that I properly allocate exactly how much of myself that I should be passionate about this. Obviously, beyond words, it's like there's really no I was gonna say litmus. There's no sort of test or standard that can calculate or determine exactly like how passionate I should be about something as egregious as this. and severe as and as severely traumatic as this. So again, keeping in line with the story, my thing here is the abusers, the people who have abused me, the people who have multiple times offended me um, behind my back. These people would call me or like mislabel me or misidentify me as bitter when it's not that. These people have served me lemons each and every day, each and every hour, each and every minute, for a very, 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 very long time. And so I have been with those lemons. I have been catching those lemons. I've been reserving those lemons, and those lemons have now ripened to the point where they are good enough for me to utilize and share back with the world. So this is my procedure for lemonade. However, only my abusers would call it or define it as bitter. And it's just like, well, you were the one that, you were the one that either produced or bought said lemons and decided to put them into my area, into my environment, those lemons are bitter because of you, whether it's directly or it was economically, like you purchased them, either you grew them or you purchased them. Either way, you're not you are, but for them, like their decision was to take said lemons and to put them into my space, and that I did not want them. But here I am taking them, and I decided to go ahead and make it into a drink. So right now we're in the process of this lemonade, and people are like, oh wow, like the people who are abusers are the ones that are bitter right now. They are the ones that are bitter, not me. I have like you are misdefining exactly what my feelings are. Don't get it twisted. I am upset about what has happened to me and what's still happening to me. But best believe and I assure you that this is not being bitter. Okay, there this is not me being bitter, and what it is that you are tasting from either your poor or weak or I say more elderly sort of taste buds. um you would definitely see me different. Okay, hold on. Sorry, there's like literally stuff in my eye. Sorry, I was fluffing the cat, so that brush, that circle brush, so cute. It's so freaking cute. Wait, the shirt is upstairs. I'm gonna go grab my shirt and then put it on. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna pour you. You are providing me the lemons, and I'm pouring you. And I present to you a glass. Now, with those lemons, I am squeezing the lemons, and from that squeeze produces a juice. Now, that can be in terms of a content material that obviously grind your gears. Hence, the whole squeezing thing. It grinds your gears, whatever it is that I'm producing from the lemons that you guys have been throwing at me, and from that. From that experience, the next part is, adding in the sugar and whatnot like that. And it's just like you guys are just wanting to still complain. It's like, okay, well, this is this is bitter, this is da 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 da. Da. I'm like, you in order to insult me, you can't insult me without insulting yourself. Like for real, you can try, but between the lines and also the things that are unsaid is just that this is your fault or like you contributed heavily to this and this was not good. Like you don't enjoy it once you were seeing like when you were sat down and you were having to see exactly like the consequences of your decision, and it does not protect you from any sort of like punishment. Like that's ultimately is what makes someone that's ultimately what makes somebody, be forced into being, accountable. Oh my goodness. Boy. I mean, again, I am tired. Whew. Okay. So right now people are very sourpusses. People right now are complete sourpuss. They are upset. They have their face turned up. They have their nose turned up. They have their face all like askew. They're just not happy people, and that's that's to be understood. Once you find out that certain things are challenged, especially when you've been free to harm me with the help of protection from outside forces, but or like not even outside forces, but like you've been protected by forces that were meant to actually protect all of us. But that's neither here nor there. I'm gonna go because I'm telling you, I'm just like so tired, so sleepy. But I wanted to put this out here ASAP because it is an idea, a very lucrative one, I believe. And you guys, just I really want to tell you exactly like what the status is, like what's been going on. There were been a lot of ups and downs for sure, but not in terms of like not in terms of like my mental wellness, but in terms of society as a whole. Okay, so thank you so much for signing up. Thank you so much for signing up. Thank you so much for signing in to check this video. Thank you so much for I hope you can spread this around, the information, not this video, but like I hope you can spread the news around about like the injustice that I've been through because it's again I've had enough. But yeah, so practically, I'm not being the better person. They are. These are people who gave me the lemons, and I'm making the lemonade. And it's just like whatever parts that you're tasting. I'm like, are you sure? Because it tastes a little sweet to me, actually. Like this tastes really, 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 really good. And some people would not like that. Some people would be extremely offended by this. But it's just like, well, you agreed to this, so it's just like. My goodness, I hope I'm making sense. I really do because again, I have sleep. I really, truly, truly am. All right. Yeah, that's it. Because I know that this explanation and stuff like that is going to be utilized for somebody else. I have been copycatted for so freaking long. I have been sabotaged. I have been bullied. I have been harassed, and I feel like sorry, I'm falling asleep because again, I'm so tired. And this has been a very exhausting it's very, 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 very exhausting time. I'm 40 years old and I've had it all the way up to here, in reference to my abuse, but here we are, still, still going. All right, guys, thank you. The point of the video, I think it's called Lemons in Taste or Lemon Bitter in Taste. Okay. Um, I probably will just redo this video, but I wanted to be able to do it as soon as I thought of that concept because I wanted to have it time stamped. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. And again, it's 11:41, so I'm tired. But it's not being bitter, and anybody who's stating that I'm bitter is an abuser. If you were an abuser, like back then, you are one now. You are supporting my abusers, and these people have already done so many horrible things. Um, so, like try to find a silver lining or a balance between the abuse is, I wouldn't say commendable. Like it's appreciated, but it's just like to an extent. To an extent. One more time for the one more time. I'm gonna go and boom. Ending stream right now on this. You saw it first.